Alright, so what I'd like you guys to do is just, if you're in Premiere, we're going to make a new project, just so that we make sure everything is in the right place. Call it, again, the name of your, or actually let's call this drone footage, because that's kind of what we're working on for this. And then for your location, now we're going to browse to that D drive folder that you created, and that will put all of our Premiere clips kind of in the same place. Alright, so we'll press once that's done, we'll press OK. Alright, so what was the next thing we did to get our clip into this project? Which tab or workspace are we viewing it in? We should be in the Assembly tab up on the top, right? This is where we're compiling all our footage. And then how do we get that clip into this project? Right click, import. Alright, and then you should be going to that D drive folder to get your footage from there. Yep. Alright, so picking up from yesterday, then also, if we double click on this, it's going to open in our source view. Alright, and we're going to use the playhead to kind of navigate through and find where we want this clip to establish our endpoint. So right now for this clip, it's kind of just going back and forth there. I don't even know if I'd use this clip. Actually, I'm going to take out this lady at the end. Alright, so I don't necessarily need an endpoint, but I will create an out point. Alright, so when I do that, it kind of grays the timeline, this mini timeline, and then we can just drag this clip down onto our timeline, and now you'll notice that the tab on the top changes from source to program. So when we do that, it incorporates that out point, and no longer do we have that lady at the end, but we didn't chop it off. We just went in there and we masked that out. Next thing we might want to do is, let's say there's a part of the clip in the middle that we wanted to remove. Alright, you can't really mask it, but let's say I wanted to get rid of a portion in the middle here, maybe where the camera is kind of rotating around. What we can do then is, if you move your playhead to the part you want to create a split, we'll just select this razor tool on your toolbar and then click there, and now you'll see that it split that clip into two. Alright. Typically now what you would do is, with these clips split like this, we would select the one we wanted to remove, and I mean, you could do a delete, but look at what it does with that space. Alright, then you have to move it over into place to kind of fill the timeline. The other thing you can do is just right click it and select ripple delete. So what that does is it deletes the undesired portion and then slides over the timeline. Alright, so that ripple delete is useful. It's a kind of a time saver in that respect. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is color correction. So for that, we're going to go up to the Effects tab. Alright, so remember, these are all just ways to arrange the workspace. So under Effects, oh wait, actually did they change this? Okay, so in the Effects tab, and if you weren't seeing this way, all these titles, they expand. So we're going to go to the Effects, and then Video Effects, and we're going to look for Color Correction. Alright, everybody find that tab there? Yeah. Alright, so if the Effects workspace, and then click Effects, go to Color Correction, and let's start with Brightness and Contrast. And this what we're going to do here applies to any effect that you would use. So if we take this and drag it onto our clip, now we'll see that we have a new set of options in our up here in this tab. So under Effect Control, now we can go down to Brightness and Contrast, and we can use these sliders to go in there and kind of adjust that. And that's going to apply it to the whole clip. You could go in there